Lisa had been stranded on a deserted island in the Antarctic for several months when she suddenly stumbled upon a red research station. It was the first sign of human presence she had seen in the desolate landscape. Excited, she rushed over to seek help, only to find the doors and windows tightly shut. It was clear that the place had long been abandoned. Desperate to survive, Lisa tried to pry open the main door and managed to break in. To her surprise, the interior was luxuriously furnished and well-stocked with supplies. The cupboards were filled with unexpired cookies, which Lisa devoured hungrily. It was the first delicious meal she'd eaten in months. After satisfying her hunger and thirst, Lisa laid down on the couch and took a nap. When she woke up, she indulged in a relaxing bath and changed into clean clothes. As she explored the research station further, she was shocked to discover that she was able to successfully start the generator. She couldn't believe it was still functional. With the power back on, Lisa immediately tried to use the telegraph machine to call for help. Unfortunately, there was no response on any of the channels. The next morning, Lisa opened a shipping container outside and found a speedboat hidden inside. Thrilled, she dragged it out, thinking that she could use it to seek rescue if any ships passed by. She went back inside, cooked herself a bowl of noodles, and felt hopeful about the future. However, as night fell, Lisa found herself unable to sleep. Her gravely ill husband was still waiting for her on the other side of the island. She couldn't be so heartless as to abandon him. The following day, Lisa packed up supplies and loaded them onto the speedboat. She quickly set off for the other side of the island, unsure if her husband was still alive, as she had been away from him for nearly half a month. When Lisa arrived at their previous camp around midnight, she couldn't find any trace of her husband. As she slowly entered the house, she noticed something was amiss. If her husband had died, there should have been a body. Spotting a foot sticking out from the corner, Lisa rushed over to check and found her husband lying there. Seeing his ashen face, Lisa burst into tears of guilt. If she hadn't left him alone for so long, he might not have died. As she repeatedly apologized, she suddenly realized that her husband was still breathing. He had always been her motivation to keep going. Lisa drove the speedboat with her seriously ill husband back to the Red Research Station. Despite his heavy weight, she managed to drag him into the warm room. After several days of attentive care, her husband's condition started to improve. Half a month later, her husband finally regained consciousness and was able to stand up from the couch on his own. Overwhelmed with emotion, Lisa couldn't believe that a miracle had happened to her husband. At that moment, her husband gratefully embraced her, holding her close.